30.
I'm Sean Harris. I was born and raised on a farm in southwest Georgia, Early County. I went off to the United States Marine Corps, enlisted. After doing years in the Marine Corps, I actually joined the United States Army through ROTC and became an officer. After retiring as a Brigadier General, we came right back home to Georgia, this time coming to Northwest Georgia. We bought this beautiful farm and started raising cattle. I am vested in Northwest Georgia. I believe in Northwest Georgia. And that's why I'm running for Congress, because I want to represent you and stay focused on Northwest Georgia. My mother raised me to believe in integrity, honesty, transparency, doing the right thing for others. These are all the things that are missing in Washington, D.C. I'm working every day to earn your vote here on this farm, but also when you see me out and about crisscrossing Northwest Georgia, because you deserve a leader that puts you, your kids, and your grandkids first. Please check out my website, reach out to my team, or join me at a town hall and ask me any questions that you would like to. When you see me out and about anywhere, stop me. Let me shake your hand. We could talk about anything. We could talk about politics. We can just talk about our grandkids. Because I want to get to know you, because I want to make sure that I'm representing the people here in Northwest Georgia the right way. After serving you and this great country for 40 years, I want to serve you in an honorable way. And I want to make sure that when I go to D.C., that you and all of Northwest Georgia is my focus. I ask for your support. I ask for your prayers. And I want to make sure that you know that I care about you and I see you. God bless America, and I hope to see you soon.
I'm Sean Harris, and I approve this message.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? This is the real Sean Harris. I'm here in Rome, Georgia. And the reason why I'm here in Rome, Georgia, because I live right here in Northwest Georgia. My county is Polk County, which is right down the road. But the reason why I'm here in Rome and the reason why I'm sitting right here in my headquarters today is because guess what? Donald Trump knows for a fact that we are winning this election. And that's why he's coming to town. Here in a few minutes, he should be here in Rome. Doing a couple of things, but guess what? The reason why I want to come on today is because I want to say thank you for everything that you actually have already done for us as we are in this early voting. But I also want to say to everybody, do not let Donald Trump take your voice. Do not let somebody suppress your vote. Today, go and vote right now. I don't care what county you're in. As everybody knows, we have 10 different counties. Get to the polls. I think this week the polls are open from 9 to 5. It may be a little different in whatever county you're in, but at the end of the day, today, because Donald Trump has made the decision to come to Northwest Georgia to try to influence or try to change what's destiny here in this early election, don't let it. Put your plan together. Go to the polls right now. Vote. Let's spike it. And then when he leaves later on tomorrow, guess what? Get to the polls. Tell other people to get to the polls. Take 10, 20 people with you and go across the board and let's do it. And when I'm saying that, I'm actually talking to Democrats, independents, and yes, I'm also talking to those common sense Republicans that have said enough is enough. The cool thing is, guess what?
Good afternoon.
I am doing this live right here in my office. Hey, sir, how you doing? Glad to have you.
Good afternoon.
As y'all guys can see, we are here, so you may hear some words in the background because we are working. I ask you, thank you. You went and voted yesterday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Go tell all your friends. Go get some more. Take them to the polls because guess what? We can win this election. Y'all don't have to talk quiet over there. Go on and do what you got to do. This is the real deal. This is how we do it. So at the end of the day, everybody got to put their hand on the plow and get out there and make this thing happen. So let me just say thank you off the bat. If you want to come into the headquarters, when you come to the headquarters, we got buttons, we got signs, we got all kind of things. On top of that, we got t-shirts. And these t-shirts are free. You don't have to pay for anything because guess what? Your donations is making us where we can actually do all the things that we need to do. What I ask you to do for me today is this, is, hey, I need your support to the campaign. And what I mean by need your support to the campaign, I want everybody to know, I don't take any AIPAC money. I don't take any of all that crazy, dirty money. No, that's not Sean Harris. My focus is on the people here in Northwest Georgia. All of our donations come mainly from people giving us small donations. The last time I was briefed on the money that we brought in, I think the average amount was $27.75. That is what the average person is giving us pretty much every month. And from that, we're being able to be on national TV. We're being able to be seen coming out of Atlanta. We're being able to be seen coming out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. And that helps us get our message out, because it's still a lot of people that are not aware that Marjorie Taylor Greene actually quit on the people of Northwest Georgia. And now we in a special election. I know many of y'all guys know that I think I'm running against 16, 17 Republicans, a few other independents, and a libertarian. There's a lot of people in this race. Don't let anybody tell you that we cannot win this race because there's so many people. Yes, we can. And the reason why we can win it, if everybody goes out and vote, get in there today, get it done, so that when we actually get to March 10th, we'll still bring more people in, and we can get to that 50 plus 1%. And if we don't, we didn't lose anything. We'll just be in the runoff. And when we go into the runoff, we'll be going against somebody that's whoever that is, and we will win. So I just want to say to you, thank you in advance. I want to tell you, get out today, right here in Rome. Many organizations are out there, and I think what they is calling it, release the Epstein files protest. I think that's what they actually call it. I think that's pretty cool. Release the Epstein file protest. And that's what they're going to be chanting to Donald Trump when he comes out of his car. Because guess what? Marjorie Taylor Greene and Sean Harris actually agree on releasing the Epstein files, because all of those men or whoever is held responsible need to be locked up, just like Europe is doing today in London. They actually just locked up one of the king's brother. So with that being said, the United States needs to hold these men and whoever else responsible for doing these bad things to these young ladies. And with that being said, when Donald Trump comes here, when you see his car coming, I want you to be peaceful. I want to be clear with that. I want you to be peaceful. I have fought for this country for many, many, many years. It should be no fighting. It should be no bad words or any of those kind of things. That's not us. That is not our character. We should be peaceful in our protests, but let your voice be heard. But I will also tell you, the other way your voice can truly be heard is before you go out to the protest, wherever that protest is going to be, here in Rome or up in Dalton, Georgia, wherever that is. When you go out there with your sticker on it that says, I voted. And then you can scream out, I voted for Sean Harris. And Sean Harris is going to bring about change. Sean Harris is going to fight for every person here in the district, regardless if you're a Democrat, Independent, or Republican. That is what we need here in Northwest Georgia, because we're focusing on the individual, their families across the board. Seniors, I ask you, you go to the polls all the time. So I want to thank you for getting out. Seniors, I say to you, give me a chance. Let me fight for you. Let me make sure that not only I'm fighting for you, but I'm fighting for your kids, and I'm fighting for your grandkids. And some of you, I may be fighting for your great grandkids. At the end of the day, if you send somebody to DC that says, I'm going to DC to support Donald Trump, what they have just said to you is they don't actually support you. I want to make sure I look directly in the camera when I say that. If somebody says on any platform or anywhere that you see them is, I want to go to DC to help Trump, they just actually said to you that you don't matter. And that is something that we've been dealing with now for the last 5 years with Marjorie Taylor Greene. And even Marjorie Taylor Greene has said it was a lie. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And then when she started breaking away from it, she started getting threats to her and her family. We don't need that. It is our time now to stand up, bring about change, that everybody in our community can have a fair shake. Everybody in our community can have access to health care. Everybody in our community can actually have a job or a generational job that's going to pay you a livable wage so that you don't have to work 2 or 3 jobs and still can't make ends meet. We need to make sure that we have doctors and nurses in our hospitals because, as y'all guys know, the big, beautiful bill was passed. But the reality of it is, guess what? It's money in there that says that the big, beautiful bill was going to bring people here to our rural hospitals. But if you read it close, you'll see where it says it's money to recruit. It is not money in there to pay their salaries. Guess what? Margie said she didn't even read the bill before she voted on it. At the end of the day, send somebody to DC is actually going to take the time to read the bills and make sure that we get the right things in the bills that's going to take care of everybody. Hey, I want to say thank you to, thank you. And guys, I want to take the time to say thank you to all of my fellow veterans for their service. But I also want to take the time and say thank you to all the veterans' spouses. I think it's very important as a leader that you understand that, good Lord willing, and I witnessed this thing, I'm going to open up 3 offices here in our district. One would be up in Dalton. One would be here in Rome, where I'm currently sitting at right now. And then the other one will be over in West Cobb. In those 3 offices, just like you can come in here and talk to me here at the office or out on the street. I just saw some people this morning at Walmart in Cedartown. Just like you can talk to me there, you'll be able to come to those offices, sit down with my team, and tell us what the issue is. And from there, we will work to help you get your issue resolved. That's what we're going to do. But on top of that, for my fellow veterans and your spouses, we will have a office inside of that office strictly set up for our veterans. And when I say strictly set up for our veterans, as many of the veterans are probably hearing right now, last night, the VA decided to try to change the rules when it comes to your benefits. If you're taking your medicine and you get better, they're talking about cutting your benefits. I got to do a lot more research on that. But at the end of the day, that is not right. I want to make sure that I'm fighting for you because too many of us in this district, 40,000 veterans in this district, are still fighting with the VA trying to get the benefits that you have already earned. So when you come to my office, it will be an office in there strictly for the veterans to sit down, help you fill out your paperwork, help you get it submitted, and then help you follow up on it. Because many of us as veterans don't sit in front of a computer every day and all this kind of stuff. So my staff will give you a call every month and give you an update on what's going on with your particular case. Not saying you're going to actually get to 100%, but at least you have somebody that's actually fighting for you and paying attention for you. The other piece that I want to make sure that everybody hears, and this makes me different from all the other candidates, is our spouses. Our spouses are the only ones that know that we don't sleep at night anymore. Our spouses are the only ones that know that sometimes we take our medicine and sometimes we don't. Our spouses have taken care of our families while we were deployed. Our spouses, after we pass away, should receive the benefits that they have already earned. So when they come to that office there in those 3 locations, we will make sure that when the veteran comes in, that he or she fills out the right paperwork, and then we will follow up with the spouse after we get word that the spouse, the veteran has passed away, to say, hey, ma'am, you need to come in here, sign this piece of paper so that you can get the benefits that you have already earned. Too many of our spouses are struggling after their husband or wife passes away, strictly because they didn't know they were supposed to get some kind of benefits after. And it's more than just having a gravestone. I'm talking about something more than that. So with that, I promise you, we're going to take care of our veterans and their spouses. Hey, let me look at this down here. It says, thank you, the military spouses. my late husband, 22 years. I look forward. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I look forward to opening up that office there in West Rome, and I look forward to shaking every last one of y'all guys' hands. I will tell you, I am going to be your congressman, but you're going to look at me and say, you know what? For Sean to be going back and forth to D.C., I see him everywhere. Nobody can outwork me. That is what I bring from the military. My job is all about looking out for the people and fighting for the people here in Northwest Georgia. Something I said throughout my entire military career. Yeah, I got tanks. Yeah, I got planes. Yeah, I got this. I got all kind of cool gadgets. But the greatest asset that we have in the military is the people. And that's why I always talk about people first. All these other people talk about all this other stuff. No. When I get up in the morning, I'm thinking about the people here in Northwest Georgia, period. How can we help you have a better life? How can we help you if you're 40-some years old and you still hadn't bought your first house? How can we bring down the cost of housing so that you can actually get a house? And again, from that is what we're going to do. Hey, that's how you doing? I see you. That's my good friend from up there in Dalton, Georgia. That is pretty cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Get a chance to answer questions at the town hall. What I will say is this: I look forward to getting back up to Dalton. I think I'm coming back up. Is it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday I'm coming back up, and I look forward to coming back up to Dalton. I know Dalton is going to show out and go to the polls because this is BS that's actually happening with this administration when it comes to immigration. Don't let somebody intimidate you and not allow you to go to the polls. Get to the polls, go vote for your interests. And when I say that, I'm talking to every community out there. A good friend of mine is a pastor up there in Dalton told me, him and his wife told me I was making a video. They told me to say this: I see you. And guess what? When I say that, that community knows exactly who I'm talking to. I'm the only candidate that's going to fight for you every day. And I plan to work with everybody in the district to bring this temperature down when it comes to immigration. Make sure that we're doing it with duty and respect. Make sure that we're not chasing people down that are just trying to feed their families. And oh, by the way, I am going to work to stop this doggone prison or jail or whatever you want to call it ICE is building right now. A couple of counties over from us. I think the place is called Circle City or Circle, whatever it's called. Who cares what it's called? We're going to make sure that it should never be built because 10,000 beds, 10,000 beds. They're saying 10,000 people they're going to house in that particular facility. And that's going to happen right here in Georgia. I don't think that's the way Georgians think. And I don't think that's the way Northwest Georgia wants to be. We have too many people that have came here from other countries the right way. We have too many people that were brought here in Dalton many years ago to help Dalton get on their feet in the corporate community. And now, after 50, 60, 75 years, we're trying to act like somebody walked over the border. No, we sent a bus down and brought them all the way up to help us get our carpet mills up and running. And now we should not be turning our back on our communities. And when it comes to Dalton, 52% of the people in Dalton are Hispanic. If everybody in Dalton stopped, if all the Hispanics stopped going to work in Dalton, then all of a sudden, guess what happens? The city crumbles on itself. We are better than that. Let's don't cut off our nose because we just want to be able to say something. We got to be smart about what we're doing. We got to make sure we're respecting our laws and standing up for our laws, but you can at the same time do it with duty and respect. And that's what I'm going to do to make sure that I'm taking care of everybody. I didn't see that last little thing that popped up there. I apologize. Let me see here. Me and my husband voted tomorrow. And better. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for all of that. At the end of the day, I want everybody to hold me accountable. That's the difference. When I talk about leadership matters is not calling myself a leader. As leadership matters, it comes into this. I want you to be able to have contact with me and hold me accountable on the things that I've actually been saying that's coming out of my mouth. And I want you to do that the exact day that I get elected. So when I go to DC and raise my right hand and take the oath, those offices should start opening that same day. Because guess what? When we get elected this time, we'll go to DC, but less than a week I have to come back, go to Atlanta, and register again so that I can run for this office again in November. So this fight here is going to be an ongoing fight all the way to November. We win it in November. And what I would promise you is this. I believe in term limits. Bottom line is, my wife Carla said, I can only go to DC for a little while. That means I'm going to do 3 terms. That's 6 years. And then I'm coming home and I'm raising cattle. And then at that point, I think I have done enough for the country, and I'll just do something in the local community, probably with my Rotary Club there in Polk County, and just help locally there. And then at anything else, I'll probably just end up being a mentor to 1 or 2 people that says, okay, how do you want to become a leader, whatever you want to do. So with that, are the polls going to be open while he's here? Yes. Are we talking about Trump? Yes, the polls are going to be open 100%. So you can go to the polls. Now here in Rome, it might, when I look out the window here, I don't see that much traffic. However, that says something. The last time Trump came here to Rome, which was about a year and a half ago in the summertime, you could not even get into Rome. It was so much traffic. It was so crazy. Today looks like a normal day in Rome. The places where you normally get caught in traffic, you get caught in traffic. What I'm telling you is, guess what? The people are not drinking the Kool-Aid anymore. The people are saying, guess what? Trump told me he's going to send me a $2,000 check in 2 weeks. Guess what? Them 2 weeks are yet to get here. Donald Trump told me that he was going to send me a check to take care of me as a farmer. Guess what? The farmers in Southwest Georgia and all over are still waiting on those checks. And guess what? Unfortunately, farmers, if we don't get it worked out here in a hurry, somebody at the bank is going to say, I'm sorry, you're going to be bankrupt and we're not going to be able to farm next year. So what I'm basically saying to you is this. Sean Harris wants to work for you and only you. You will not see somebody coming in here from DC and saying, I endorse Sean Harris. He's the best. No, Sean Harris is his own man. I stand on my own 2 feet. I make my own decisions, and my decisions are always going to be in the best interest of the people here. What I am basically saying to you today, Donald Trump is coming here to do 2 things. 1, he's coming here to tell you that the economy is great and you know it's not. He's coming here to tell you that he's been doing outstanding things when it comes to immigration. And you know that is BS right there, because guess what? If you kill 2 Americans on American soil, something is wrong. You need to launch an investigation, figure out what's going on. And on top of that, he's coming here, I guess, to re-endorse, because it seemed like the other day he had forgot that he had actually endorsed somebody. So what we're going to see today is this. It's got nothing more than a case of a lot of talk. Nothing. A lot of talk. Don't fall for the hype. Go out, vote for Sean Harris right now. Let's win this thing. What I'm actually saying to you is this. Give me a chance. The only reason that people try to say this place is ruby red is because they love saying that. No. The people here in Northwest Georgia are just good, hard-working, loving people that want to do what's best for their families. And at the end of the day, if I was willing to die for the American people, everybody in Afghanistan and other places, then guess what? I'm willing to stand up for you here in Northwest Georgia. You know, I can you pass me that, Shelley? You know, it's been some people that get all nervous and scared. Guess what? I've actually received threats, and when I have to go out, I have to put this vest on. I'm not showing you this because I'm trying to be some kind of cocky guy. I'm saying you this because courage is contagious. I'm not going to be scared. We're going to stand up and go vote. We're going to stand up and go out there and make phone calls. We're going to stand up and go knock on doors, and we're going to stand up and talk to people that potentially don't agree with us on a particular subject, but we are going to find out what do we agree upon. And guess what? Those individuals that want to call and threaten and all that, that is BS, because guess what? Sean Harris, hell, I wasn't scared when I was in Afghanistan. And I'm definitely not going to be scared of anybody here in Northwest Georgia. And I don't want anybody who's actually voting for me to be scared. I want you to come out with courage. I want you to run to the polls. And after you vote, I want you to come out dancing, because this thing is changing. We're not the same old Democrat that some people try to paint us out to be. We got a backbone, and we're going to stand up for the right thing. That's what we're going to do. And that's what makes me different. So individuals who try to call or send this or do all that kind of BS on the social media, what you're doing is just making me stronger. You are making me want to come out and talk to the people more and more and more. And that's what I'm going to do. And today, when Donald Trump has come here to town, we're going to show the entire district that the people will go to the polls and vote. When everybody else is standing around the room trying to cheer Donald Trump on and kiss the ring, guess what we're doing? We're going to the polls, and we actually getting it done. So let's make sure that tomorrow when they look at the poll numbers, they're going to say, wow, unbelievable number of people came out and voted today to support Sean Harris. And please, after you vote today, come out, post a picture of yourself, post a video, and say, I stood up. I have courage. Courage is contagious. I voted for Sean Harris, and I'm going to get 10 more people tomorrow to vote for Sean Harris. That's what we're going to do. We need help doing phone banking. We got ladies in here right now. I wish I could spin the camera around. They don't want to be on the camera, but that's good. But they definitely over there making phone calls, making it happen, because guess what? Sean Harris can't do this on my own. It is a grassroots event to make sure that this happens. I want to thank every county out there. I want to thank every county out there that is helping us get elected, because I know this is not easy. I know we have people snatching up signs. I know we have people doing stupid stuff. Don't waste your time on that. Just get people to the polls. This week, if I'm not mistaken, this weekend, we will be having voting on the weekend. Can we get that up so people can see it? I'll keep talking while it goes up. As you can see there, I hope everybody can see it. Let me get a little coffee here. Wow, I got coffee all over my face, but guess what? That's why they call it live. That's why they call it live. Okay, if you can't laugh at yourself, then you shouldn't be in politics. Guess what? These are all the places that are actually, this is where they open right now, Monday through Friday, but we also have 1 or 2 places that will be open on the weekends. I'll let you look at that closely. I don't see it right off the top of my head, but I think it is a couple places. I see Murray County there is going to be open on the weekend on a Saturday. And I believe what else is open on a Saturday? Is that wrong? Paulding. And it's Paulding that's actually open on a Saturday. So let's make sure that we maximize those Saturdays. Let me just take a few minutes and talk to Paulding County. Paulding County, I'll just be honest with you. It is you. It's 10 counties. It's 10 counties. Every county, we got to have everybody come out that can possibly vote and vote. However, in order to win this election right now, no runoff, no nothing, the votes got to come out of Paulding County and West Cobb. That is where it's at, is West Cobb, is because, and Paulding County. So I say to those 2 counties and to everybody, if you hadn't went and voted, go and vote now. If you did go and vote, thank you. Go and get 10 more people and get those 10 people to the polls, because Paulding County, Y'all guys made history last time when we had our last election. I think that was the what is it called? PCS or P what? PSC. Let me write that down. Get my letters right. PSC. When we did the PSC election, you came out and showed out, and we made history. We brought about change. I ask you to do the same thing for me. Come out. I supported both of those candidates. We got it done. I need you to come out and support me now. Please come out, Paulding County. We need to make sure that we go plus 50 out of Paulding County. We go plus 50 out of West Cobb, and everybody else do what they need to do, and we win this thing come March 10th. Let me see what my team gave me here. This, the cool thing is, normally when I'm live, I'm at my house in the basement. We got all the cool lights and everything. Today, I'm actually right here in the store. I got my good friend. What's your name, sir?
Jack.
Jack sitting over there in the corner watching me like we're on live TV. I guess we are on live TV. Jack is right over there. I got my team right here beside me. Normally my team is somewhere on the computer that behind the scenes, they kind of trying to tell me what to say and what not to say. But today, hell, they gave me a piece of paper. We are making it happen. So it says, oh, when you after you finish voting and you take your picture or you make your video, please tag the campaign page with your picture on social media. I know a lot of y'all guys love tagging me personally, but guys, I love it, but I don't have enough time to go back at the end of the day and try to take your picture and flip it over to the campaign page. So please, if you want to tag me, great, but please tag the campaign page. I think everybody knows that if you do that, then more and more people will see it. When people see it, they're going to say, you know what? I want to be with those guys. Let me go vote and do it too. So let us all work together and get this thing done. So the other thing I want to talk about just real quick here, and we got a lot of people watching this thing. I've been talking for 32 minutes, but I want to make sure that if you're going out today in Dalton or you're going out today in Rome, and I want to make sure that I say this over and over and over. So if somebody try to cut this and make it seem like I said something else, I want you to go out if you have the time to make your voice heard. First, go vote. Second, if you want to go to a peaceful protest, again, peaceful protest, again, peaceful protest, then go to the peaceful protest. What I would say when you out there, the message is release the Epstein files, period. Release the Epstein files. Let's make sure that when Donald Trump comes here to Northwest Georgia, that he hears it from all of us, because guess what? Polling clearly says that Democrats, independents, and Republicans agree, and Sean Harris and Marjorie Taylor Greene agrees that we should be releasing the Epstein files. We should not be playing games with these young ladies' lives, and we should not be redacting all of these nasty men that did these nasty things. That is what we should be doing right now. So when it says he want to come to town, make sure you tell him that. But also when you tell him that, tell him I voted for Sean Harris. Because guess what? The only reason he came down here is because he knows that it's not just some Democrat. It is Sean Harris that's going to win this election, that's going to go to D.C., that's going to fight for everybody here in Northwest Georgia, and at the end of the day, going to hold people accountable. And when I say hold people accountable, I'm not going to be going to D.C. saying I want to impeach somebody and all that. No, I need to go to D.C. and be laser focused on kitchen table issues that I can bring back results back here so that you can be taken care of. I need to go to D.C. so Murray County can actually get companies that are not going to try to get over on them and do crazy things to little small towns so that you can feed your family. I need to make sure that here from Dalton, Georgia to Rome, Georgia, that somebody is held accountable for PFAS. That's why I need to go to DC. I need to go to DC to make sure that farmers can actually farm next year and get a doggone farm bill done. I need to go to DC and fight for our veterans and their spouses. I need to go to DC and fight for our teachers across the board, because some of you may know and may not know. I used to be a middle school teacher, and then I went on to become a principal before I actually went back on the back into the military active duty side of the house. And for people who don't know, I am proud of my service every day of it. And it was a great adventure, all the way from the United States Marine Corps, enlisted as Private Harris, all the way to being retired as Brigadier General Harris, the last assignment in Israel. But along the way, I love the fact that I was in the Alabama National Guard when I was in college. I then was in the Michigan Army National Guard for years. Then I was in the Virgin Islands National Guard for years. And then I was doggone in the Georgia National Guard for years. And all of those years I was in the Guard, I was what they call AGR. So I did it every day for a living and got a chance to see incredible things and do incredible things. And I just want to make sure that every young person out there that wants to serve our country gets an opportunity to serve our country. If you want to do something else in some other agencies, I want to make sure you get an opportunity to do some other agencies. If you want to come work for me when I get in DC in a staffing position, come on. This is what I always have done in my career, is open doors up for the next generation. I don't want to be some old fart that's up there that's keeping people from getting the opportunity. Because if we all stay in DC and we get in our 80s and 90s and 100s, then guess what? We have missed out on a great opportunity for the next generation to get an opportunity. So I think you know what I'm saying. I'm going to DC. I'm going to fight for you. I got the energy. I got what it takes. But at some point, I'm going to get out of the way so the next generation can go up there and continue to fight. Because I think it's a waste that we have our young people going to college and can't get a job. And when I say college, I'm talking about four-year institutions, but I'm also talking about trade school. I want to make sure that everybody understands in my mind, education, trade school, and four-year institutions are the same thing. Because too many times we try to separate them out. And here in Northwest Georgia, we need plenty of people going to trade school to get these jobs that I will be bringing in here. And I want to make sure that we have the skill set that we actually have. I know I mentioned the education piece, and I was a middle school teacher and a principal. I want to be very clear to our teachers. I have your back. And I have your back because one of the most proudest moments in my entire career was being a teacher. And still, with all the accolades of being a general and all those ribbons and stuff they gave me, the coolest thing is when I get a call from one of my students that says, "Hey, Mr. Harris, man, I'm so glad that you took the time and mentored me." That is the greatest thing that ever happened to me. And now many of my students are in their 40s with families. And it's just a cool thing when that phone rings and they say, "Mr. Harris," because it's been a long time since somebody called me Mr. Harris. And you can hear it coming from a student point of view, even though that individual's in their 40s. So with that, I think I want to, let me see right here. I'm undecided who to vote for. Can you please tell me your views on Head Start? Outstanding. I'm so glad that you asked me that question, because guess what? When I think about Head Start, as you know, Head Start is not part of the educational Department of Education. Too many times Head Start gets left out, especially what we just saw here when the government shut down for 40 plus days. I want to make sure that Head Start, SNAP, Farm Bill, and everybody that's out here in the real world, you are essential. I want to make sure that the money continues to go to your organizations or to you as an individual, as a senior citizen or whoever, or a veteran or whatever you are. I want you, as the government shuts down, you continue to function as if nothing went wrong. When I get to Congress, I will be the one standing up to Democrats and Republicans saying, when the government shuts down, it is us as leaders that should not be getting paid. And that is what I plan to do, is to make sure that the pain comes to me and everybody else that's in Washington, D.C., because I think when we start feeling that pain, we won't just get on a plane and go home for a couple of weeks like we are right now. We are going, everybody's at home, people are at the airport, people are at different things, and guess what? They are not picking up a paycheck. At the end of the day, if that paycheck doesn't come in, I don't care if you're rich or not, you start feeling it where ends are not meeting and they still got to feed their families. So those are the people that I'm talking to is you send me to DC. I don't care if you're from Northwest Georgia, from Connecticut. I would be that champion that stands up and say, okay, enough of this BS of shutting the government down. And if you want to shut it down, then all of us that call ourselves leaders here in DC, we're the ones that not get paid. I assure you that our families at some point will say, what are y'all doing? You better get back to DC and get this thing figured out. So thank you for that question. Hopefully I can earn your vote and kind of go from there. Hey, this is my good friend. Let me see here what it says. My mom, yep. Thank you. Guess what? Many people have said to me as we've been on this journey is that especially Republicans, Sean, you are going to be the first Democrat that I ever voted for since Jimmy Carter. You know, that is so cool to me because I remember Jimmy Carter coming to our farm in Southwest Georgia and talking about he wanted to be the governor. And at that time, I was a little kid. I had no clue what he was talking about. And then we saw him a couple of years later. He was talking about he wanted to be the president. And to be honest with you, I had no clue what he was talking about then. But I do remember Jimmy Carter coming to our farm and not being rushed away and just standing up and talking to my mom and other farmers just out there under the shed. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And I'm no Jimmy Carter, but I do want to be that individual that no matter where you see me, I got time for you because I work for you, period. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. So, hey, thanks for that. And I think it's going to be plenty more Republicans that are going to come out, vote for me and say, you know what, I'm giving Sean Harris a chance. And we're going to see how this thing going to play out. Is there anything else I'm supposed to talk about? All right. I've been talking now for 42 minutes. It's a lot of people watching us on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. It's a whole bunch of people seeing this ugly face of mine. But at the end of the day, this is what we call courage is contagious. We're not sitting around talking about, we hope we're going to win this race. No, we getting out there and working to win this race. So please go to my campaign. Do we have the volunteer thing? I'm not sure if I'm catching you off guard. Yes, please. I'm going to talk for a minute. Somebody put your phone up to this thing because I need you. Go vote, then come up here and volunteer. And when I say volunteer, you can do phone banking from anywhere in the country. Anywhere in the country. You can pick up the phone and you can pick up the phone right now and start calling people. When you fill this thing out, it's going to come to Shelly. Shelly's basically sitting right there beside me. She'll get you set up, give you a little training, and you can get a list and start calling on the phone because guess what? It is still a lot of people that we call that didn't even know that an election is going on. I'm not sure about other states, but in Georgia, keep that one up there. Don't take this one off. In Georgia, I think we have an election every other week. To be honest with you, it seems like we got some kind of special election. And let me see here, served under you in Kosovo. Happy to hear that you're still. That is so cool. Thank you. You know, this individual here, I won't say his name, but this individual here says he served under me in Kosovo. That Kosovo deployment was a great experience. The people of Kosovo are just amazing people. I still got a lot of good friends over there. And on top of that, when you're in Kosovo, you're actually under the NATO umbrella. And I think it's so important that leaders understand what NATO is and how NATO helps us as Americans stay safe, and how we need to make sure that we stand with our brothers and sisters from around the world that have stood up for us, especially if we all remember 9/11. It was NATO who came that same day when that craziness happened. And we need to make sure that we stick with NATO. So again, thank you for your service, sir. Thank you for supporting me. And I take that same energy that we had in Kosovo, where we was trying to get some things done, and I bring it to this job. I also would tell you this. I get to Congress, and I know we got to do some traveling around the world. It's going to be so nice if I get a chance to go back and visit the people in Kosovo in a different capacity. I was there as a brigadier general, chief of staff, and now to be able to come back as a congressman and continue to see all the great things that y'all guys are doing. Keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing. And I want to thank all of our soldiers that have actually went to Kosovo and all these different places around the world to keep this world peaceful. Keep doing what you're doing and kind of go from there. Is it anything else I'm supposed to say? I think I done said it all. The way I want to end this thing is this way. Thank you. Keep me and my family in your prayers. When you think about Sean Harris, get up and go vote. Get up and go vote. When you think about somebody threatening me, pray for me, but get up and go vote. When you see me out on the street, walk up and say, "Hi, Sean, I voted for you." You can tell me you're a Democrat. You can tell me you're independent. You can tell me a Republican. Only thing I just want to say is thank you, thank you, thank you. And the last thing I'm going to say is this. God bless America. God continue to bless our troops. And may God bless you and your families. Have a great day.
I'm Sean Harris. I was born and raised on a farm in southwest Georgia, Early County. I went off to the United States Marine Corps, enlisted. After doing years in the Marine Corps, I actually joined the United States Army through ROTC and became an officer. After retiring as a brigadier general, we came right back home to Georgia, this time coming to northwest Georgia. We bought this beautiful farm and started raising cattle. I am vested in northwest Georgia. I believe in northwest Georgia. And that's why I'm running for Congress, because I want to represent you and stay focused on northwest Georgia. My mother raised me to believe in integrity, honesty, transparency, doing the right thing for others. These are all the things that are missing in Washington, D.C. I'm working every day to earn your vote here on this farm, but also when you see me out and about crisscrossing northwest Georgia, because you deserve a leader that puts you, your kids, and your grandkids first. Please check out my website, reach out to my team, or join me at a town hall and ask me any questions that you would like to. When you see me out and about anywhere, stop me. Let me shake your hand. We could talk about anything. We could talk about politics. We can just talk about our grandkids. Because I want to get to know you, because I want to make sure that I'm representing the people here in northwest Georgia the right way. After serving you and this great country for 40 years, I want to serve you in an honorable way. And I want to make sure that when I go to D.C., that you and all of northwest Georgia is my focus. I ask for your support. I ask for your prayers. And I want to make sure that you know that I care about you and I see you. God bless America, and I hope to see you soon.
I'm Sean Harris, and I approve this message.